Today's program is sponsored by The Anthony Vincent Salon. Say hello to beautiful.
You're listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not. Get into the loop with us. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise, and we're your radio gateway to what's trending with beauty, fashion, health, wellness, and sex.
Mostly sex.
Learn and laugh with us anytime, any place. Go right to our website, anthonyvincentsalon.com. Click away and listen today.
Oh, you'll be glad you did.
Oh, yes, you will be.
And do we have a great show for you today?
We do?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Well, it seems that you kind of always know what's going on in my head.
I always know what's going on in your head.
Yeah, you do. And there is a new study that reveals direct brain-to-brain communication between people.
Are they observing us?
Yeah. You mean the aliens?
Yes. The people who wrote this article.
They might be. There was this study published just this past November 5th. It was in the journal of PLOS1. It discovered something at the University of Washington that they were able to successfully transmit brain signals, just like you do.
Oh my gosh.
Over the internet. Brain signals.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not the only one who transmits. You transmit too.
I do. Oh, do?
Are you kidding?
As long as it's not one of those transmittal
of
things
course.
that you need a little
why do you think I
there.
know? I mean, why do you think I do some of the things I do?
Oh, because you read my mind.
Well, because you're sending me these brainwaves.
Ah, okay. So we are confirming that our brains, as well as the University of Washington, that our brains have the ability to interact with each other without language. Mm-hmm. Because I know you just look at me a certain way. I know exactly what you're thinking.
Yes.
There's no language
well,
there.
That's
body
a
language.
look. Yeah, that's a certain look. But there are times that, okay, perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I was walking in Lord and Taylor. I was thinking something. It was very important. I was making a mental note, and I was actually saying, Anthony, call me right now. My phone rang, remember?
Oh, I do remember that.
And I freaked out.
Telepathic technology.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Well, it was a couple years ago. I think it was like the summer of 2013. That was the first successfully enabled brain-to-brain communication.
Really?
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
We've been doing it way before that.
Yeah, we've been doing it for the last 12 years.
Yeah. Oh, you know.
I do, yeah.
Good.
Well, anyway, for this study, researchers tested these participants. They had like these special skull cap things that they put on their head.
I want a skull cap.
Yeah, they were.
I need one.
You do, I have a bunch of them. Most of mine skull caps have skulls on them.
Yeah, but I want
for
that
when
one.
I'm riding.
I want one of those.
One of these ones?
Can you get me one?
I'll try.
We need two.
I don't think you need it.
You're right.
yeah, we don't
Good
need it.
answer. Good answer.
But anyway, these skull caps, they have like electrodes all over them. It looks like the old 1920 perm machines.
Oh, wait.
This thing.
Or the ones where you get a lobotomy?
Oh no.
Yeah.
So these electrodes were able to take the thoughts from one person's brain and redirect them to another.
Well, we do that all the time, and I'm going to just tell you, sometimes not a pretty picture.
It's awful because you get that look on your face. I know what you're thinking, Anthony. So just stop it.
Yeah, stop it right now.
Well, this brain thing that was done over the internet, it enabled one of the participants to control the other one's hand motions, who was located in a different room,
Really?
in a different building, about half a mile away.
Wow.
Is that like cool?
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I bet you we could do that too.
Yeah, but we don't need the electrodes.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Well, this here study, what they did was
This here study.
right here, this one right here. at least what they did is they had like 3 pairs of participants, each with 1 sender and 1 receiver.
Okay, so only one person did the sending and one person did the receiving.
Right, in 3 different sets of people.
Okay, they didn't switch afterwards or anything?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
They were seated in separate buildings in that Washington campus, and they were unable to interact with one another except for the link that was between their brains.
Oh my gosh. That's really awesome.
Yeah, I find it like really hi-fi science fiction here.
Do you really? Because we seriously do that all the time.
Yeah.
Without the receivers, without the, the headpieces, the skull caps or anything.
Well, yeah, that is true.
We just special.
Yeah. And I'm not talking about short school bus special.
Just special.
Just special, right. Well, anyway, this research team earned over $1 million grant so that they can do more research
awesome.
on this decoding and transmission. But it seems as though
I almost want to volunteer us.
Yeah.
Like you know what? You don't need the expensive skull caps for us because we can do it without.
But $1 million still doesn't seem to be enough to me.
No, it's not.
Okay. But so they're going to try to figure out more complex brain processes and stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah. They believe over here that there is a future potential for like therapeutic applications, for people with brain injuries and disorders and stuff like that.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
That's really, now that's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
If they can really, get this and make this work, somebody who's really damaged actually could really benefit from this.
Yeah. And,
that's a great thing.
And maybe in a coma, something like that, you can actually talk to someone.
Oh my God. That would be amazing.
Yeah, that really is science fiction stuff.
That's scientific stuff.
Well, anyway, getting back to our show, and as I said, it is a great show today.
It always is.
It seems as though California passed a special tax on soda.
Did they really?
Yes, they did.
I don't drink soda, so it doesn't matter.
Well, wait a minute. Didn't New York also try to stop people from drinking soda?
To stop people from drinking it?
Yeah, you couldn't buy a 32-ounce soda in New York.
Really?
Yeah, that was.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, that's because it was shot down.
Okay, but I don't actually pay attention to anything with soda because I don't honestly drink it.
Well,
even though it's delicious.
Well, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of drinking soda then too.
Oh,
just for you.
Thank you.
Alrighty, and we're also going to talk about some things that you did not know about your deodorant.
About my deodorant or the vernacular?
The vernacular,
Okay.
Yeah, the vernacular.
Because do I smell? I mean, am I disgusting? Am I filthy smelling? What?
You mean like clown smelly? Like I'm here to stink you out?
No, actually, Anthony, you're here to amuse me.
That's right. But first, now, you've heard about that little blue pill for men.
I have.
Is there a little pink pill for women?
I don't know, Anthony. Is there a pink pill? Is there?
Pink Viagra.
Is there really?
Well, it has been more than 15 years since Viagra hit the market. And let me tell you, it changed the world for male sexual health.
It has, but I've never heard anything about a pink pill.
Well,
share.
You're going to hear it today. Do you know anybody that takes a blue pill?
I do not.
Yeah, neither do I. And there isn't anybody I dislike enough to talk about it.
Well, I honestly don't know.
Okay.
Anybody who takes it.
Well, since then, these past 15 years, there's a bunch of other sexual functioning drugs for men and that have been approved by the FDA, but none for women. There is no pink Viagra for women.
I have to just tell you, I remember there was an episode of Sex and the City where Samantha was actually taking the little blue pill herself. She would give it to her guy, and then she would take it herself. Not that these guys needed that little blue pill, but she said it just gave them extra stamina. That's what she said. Well, Samantha and her character was just incredible. Samantha Jones. but she took the little blue pill too and just said it was just the best. So I'm sure that if there was a pink pill, she would have been on it.
I've heard of women taking the little blue pill, but I haven't read any researches or studies with women taking it.
I don't know anything about. I've never actually heard of any women
Yeah.
taking the little blue pill or why they would need to do that. But
It is a vasal dilator, so I don't know if it would open up for more blood.
I honestly don't know a lot about it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
So is this a sham? Is it,
well,
a sham, a scam?
Sprout Pharmaceuticals.
Sprout.
Sprout. How do you like that name? Yes. They've been looking for FDA approval for a female sexual dysfunction.
Oh, so there's
drug.
something in the works.
There is something in the works. Yes. It is called flibanserin.
Oh, fly me away, baby.
Right. I don't know, maybe like Spanish fly, flibanserin. I don't know.
All righty then.
So the NYU School of Medicine has said the drugs for women didn't work and were unsafe.
Oh, so we can't be having that.
Well, that's why this Sprout Pharmaceutical is doing all kinds of tests and with the FDA and whatnot.
That is just the cutest name. Sprout.
Sprout Pharmaceuticals. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Now, did you know that a biological lack of desire to have sex negatively impacts 1 in 10 American women?
I do not know that.
1 in 10. They have some type of low sexual desire. And,
Maybe that's because they don't like their partner.
it could be that. It could be caused by medical reasons.
Or menopause. That happens.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know about any of these things. Nothing. Nada. Vacant.
Well, in spite of the medical reasons, there's a bunch of non-medical reasons too.
Like what?
Well, there
Okay.
is no evidence
Okay.
that these 1 in 10 women are biologically wired to be disinterested in sex.
Okay.
That's not
So there's
it at
no
all.
evidence.
Okay, and there's nothing clear cut. That's mostly medical issues, and that the 1 in 10 women was based on survey data, not anything biological.
Okay.
So nobody really knows why there are. It is said that.
Oh, that's very interesting. So nobody really knows, but yet they're stating that it's 1 in 10 women.
Yes, yes. Now,
Okay.
also, these 1 in 10 women, they suffer from what's called sexual dysfunction with distress.
Sexual dysfunction with distress.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite a big name for people not knowing exactly what it is.
Well, by distress,
Okay.
the research means that, is this a problem for you? Not you, but the vernacular you.
I get it. I know.
So, so many of the people who reported sexual problems, they don't say that their feelings or lack thereof are particularly troublesome. So these 1 in 10 women don't find it a problem that they're disinterested in sex.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. So now
You
I have a better understanding what all those guys at the gym are talking about.
Oh, God. Oh.
But that 1 in 10 figure is actually pretty accurate.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I have about 10 friends, but I don't know who the one is that's not having sex or not interested. I actually have more than that. So, I mean,
Let's ask them. I wonder if it's distress.
all right. So I'll just call my girlfriends up and say, okay, listen, is it you?
What?
That's okay. I'll call this one. Is it you?
Okay. Well, there was a study in JAMA, Internal Medicine. So find out if your friends fall into this category.
Okay.
Okay. 8% of American women ages 30 through 50 had low sexual function.
Low sexual function.
Yes.
Okay. What does
8%.
what does low sexual function mean?
Well, it just means that in the journal, the menopause survey,
Okay.
it might have to do with menopause.
Yeah.
It might have to do with just not
See,
enjoying your partner, not.
Yeah, I I don't know.
There's a whole bunch of things because women are so much more complex than men. So,
Well, you know, Venus is a lot more complex a planet than Mars.
yes, it is. Okay, and as I said before, they surveyed menopause and found that 14% of the women reported bothersome low libido.
A bothersome low libido.
Right, they were bothered that they had a low libido.
Oh, they were bothered that they actually weren't feeling sexual.
Yes.
Well, now I don't think that I have to say if they're not feeling sexual, it's probably because they maybe don't like their partner, or maybe their partner is not.
Could be emotional.
Maybe, and yeah, it could be. I mean, or they could just be frumpy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't be feeling that way. I guess there could be something chemical. Maybe something chemical in their brain. Mm-hmm. Maybe something like that.
Well, did you know that there are 26 drugs already approved by the FDA marketed for the treatment of male sexual dysfunction? 26 for men.
Men have more issues.
Well, I think men have to actually perform.
Well, that is true. That is absolutely true, because if you really think about it, a woman could be like so not in the mood and it wouldn't matter. But if a man is not in the mood, we got rope.
Someone said it. It's like shooting pool with a rope.
Shooting pool with a rope. Yeah. And that you can't have. Mm-hmm. So.
Well, fortunately for the guys, there are 26 drugs.
26 drugs.
Yes, but 0 for women.
I guess the girl can fake it.
If she can.
All the more power to her, huh?
Yeah.
But it's not fun to fake it.
No.
Like you would know. Guys really can't fake it.
No, guys cannot fake it. The girls can. But there are medications to improve the sexual dysfunction of women.
Okay, like what?
Okay. Well, there's lots of drugs for treating like pain during sex and for dryness.
Oh, we're going there, huh?
Well, this is according to the study from JAMA. But there are no sexual desire drugs for men or women that are on the market now.
But I will tell you this. If a woman is having an emotional issue or anxiety or anything like that, there is something she can take for that. And then maybe that would take care of whatever issue she's having. And then maybe her sexual desire would not be there anymore. I mean, it would be there, as opposed to the anxiety.
Well, now here it goes back in the circle again. Women do tend to have more anxiety than men, and they take medications for their anxiety. Mm-hmm. And these medications kill the libido. So it could be that these women experiencing low libido.
You have a lot of experience with this stuff. Or are you getting this all from the study?
I'm Anthony Vincent. I read study after study after study.
You've got a lot. You've got a study. He's on a study quest.
Yeah, well, it is true that more women suffer from sexual dysfunction than men.
That's so interesting to me, because they make such a big deal about it, about the man. And you really never hear about it with the woman.
No, they keep it a secret.
Well, I have to tell you quite honestly, I really don't know any women who are suffering from any kind of sexual dysfunction, but I have heard of some men who have been having, who have had some issues. Some of my girlfriends, have mentioned, little things here and there.
Well, the report...
But I don't know any of them that are taking any pills for it.
No. The sexual dysfunction of men, according to this report that I was reading, and I actually found it very, very interesting. In men, the sexual dysfunction rate is high. It's about 35% of men.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, Stu.
Compared.
Stu, do you know any men who are taking the little blue pill?
I do not. I honestly don't know anyone.
And how old are you, Stu?
23.
You're 23. In this report, the majority of men between 22 and 28 are the highest users of the little blue pill.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that they're the high, not because they need it. It's because it kind of makes them like Superman.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, if you look at these reports, it's the younger guys that are using it,
Oh, that is incredible.
and much more often. You got to be very careful because they're drinking and using, the pill, and
Oh,
they
I
might.
see. Very interesting.
Anyway, so 35% of men have some type of sexual dysfunction, but 54% of women reported at least one sexual problem that lasted at least 1 month during the past year.
Really? Mm-hmm. And what was that sexual problem?
It could have been whatever. It was just a sexual problem. As I said, it could be pain during intercourse. It could be dryness. It could be lack of interest.
Yeah. Aw, poor little ladies.
But among the men and women who did report sexual problems, women were about twice as likely to avoid sex because of of whatever issue they have. And the most common problem among both men and women was just plain old lack of interest.
What a shame.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they need therapy for that.
Sex is a gift from God.
Wow.
Yeah. When he was making Adam and Eve.
I was
Yes,
thinking
yes.
of Adam and Eve too.
Yeah, of course you were. He threw some extra nerve endings in there just so that when you're doing it, you'd scream out his name. Oh God, oh God.
And on that note, if you're just joining us now, your favorite salon is now your favorite radio show.
We make you healthier, wealthier, and sexier every time you listen.
Tune in to us.
I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise, and we are Trend Radio. Okay, Anthony, what you got for me?
What do you mean what I got for you?
Yeah.
I just gave you a
You gave me a whole bunch of sex stuff. Now I want something else. What else you got?
Alrighty, what do you want to talk about? We can talk about deodorant. We can talk about soda.
Well, you talked to me before about the soda.
I did?
So I'm curious, what's going on about the soda?
Oh, all right. Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you
I'm
everything.
curious because
everything.
I love soda. I just don't drink it.
Well, first of all, let's start off with California.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the city of Berkeley, I think the most liberal place on earth, they just passed what's called Measure D, which states that a 1 penny per ounce soda tax will be paid on
A penny per ounce?
a penny per ounce.
So a 64-ounce bottle is now going to have a 64-cent tax?
That is correct.
Wow.
Now, the American Beverage Association spent over $2 million to try to defeat Measure D.
I can't believe this.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And Michael Bloomberg, the former mayor of New York,
right.
he raised over $300,000 to support the measure for California.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that was kind of...
If you remember, New York banned anything over a 32-ounce soda. You couldn't buy a 32-ounce
See, now,
soda.
I do not remember that. But again, I don't purchase that. So I don't remember it.
Oh, yeah,
And-
it was a big deal.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention to the soda thing. Even though, again, I think it's delicious, I just don't drink it.
Well,
Do you drink it?
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
But do you think it's delicious?
No.
Oh, I think it's... Oh, gosh. I hate to give this endorsement, but there's nothing like a Diet Coke.
The worst thing in the world for
I
you, and
know.
we're going to talk about why.
But let me just tell
a
you
little bit
something.
later on.
I understand it's bad, and I don't drink it, but it is delicious.
Well, that's your opinion.
It is.
Hey, men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
That's right.
You know, I don't normally get political, but this California Senator Bill Manning, I think is how he pronounces his last name.
Right.
He proposed adding a warning label on sodas.
Wow.
Yeah, the label would read, "Drinking beverage with added sugars contributes to obesity, diabetes, and tooth decay."
You know, it's not that he's not right.
You need to put a warning label on a can of soda.
I don't think so, but they do have, warning labels on cigarettes, and they have, I guess, if they start putting it on soda about that, I guess they'll have to start putting it on Skittles and Starburst too.
Yeah, they read. Well,
You know?
that bill was rejected, and it was just falling 3 idiot votes short for the state Senate.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So-
interesting. That would be spending quite a bit of money to put a warning label on something.
Well, you know what else they put a warning label on?
Tell me.
They passed a bill also in California to put a warning label on gas pumps, and the warning says dangerous to the environment. Are they?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And these are the people that we're voting for.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
I mean, we all know that gasoline is not necessarily the best for the environment, but you
but
know,
it's what we have.
well, we have, other options as well, but I mean, not everybody can just go and have an electric car. Hey, I decided I'm not going to get gasoline anymore and I'm going to change and have an electric car now. Wow. All right, we're back on soda?
We're back on soda, and
Okay.
we've got choices to make, and you make the one that's best for you. Don't you make the choice for me. I could make my own choice. If I'm
I'll
gonna drink
just
soda
do
or not.
this. I'll think about it and send it over to your brain, and then you can make a choice based on that.
Well, you don't drink soda.
I do not.
And either do I. But I have to tell you though, honestly, there is soda in my house. Although I don't drink it, every once in a while I do take a sip.
Actually, I'm going to tell you something. I've seen you.
Yes, you have.
I've seen you drink it.
If I can't find my filtered water, then I will take a sip of the.
It takes a big old
the
slug of
bubbly.
that ginger ale.
Well, but you know what? And
Tell me.
if I do take a sip, it's only the ginger ale. I won't drink anything.
Does
with,
it help your belly?
No. Anyway, the biggest soda manufacturers, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. Are you a pepper?
It's called the Dr. Pepper Snapple Group.
Were you ever a pepper?
No, I was never a pepper.
I was a pepper.
You were a pepper?
I loved it, pepper, Dr. Pepper. Are you kidding?
Well,
It was delicious.
this is because of these crazy people trying to, force you into drinking or not drinking.
You know what's
what
really
you
freaking
want.
me out? I think I need to go get one.
No, you
Go on.
don't.
I'm
You're
not
fine.
going to really have one.
Well, these companies were forced to cut down on the calories by 20%, and they vowed to do it by 2025.
Oh my gosh. I have to just tell you something. I was shopping. I saw Coca-Cola had a whole display of their soda, and they have stevia in it now.
Ugh.
Can you believe this? I walked by it and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're
Coca-Cola with stevia.
they're emphasizing the low calorie drinks now,
It's unbelievable.
and also they're making smaller sizes.
Yes, I saw some of those cute little cans. They
Yeah.
are adorable.
Yeah, and they also. Okay, what else are they doing here? They're also putting the calorie counts on the vending machines.
On the vending machine.
On the vending machines.
Oh, so before you put your money in, you can at least make a decision.
on how many calories are there.
How many calories you want to ingest.
Okay, and then next September, they're going to acknowledge their role in the rising obesity rates. They're gonna say, yeah, we understand drinking our product, and this is what we're doing.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. Now, U.S. Soda sales fell 3% last year, and Coke and Pepsi fell like almost 7%.
You know, all this soda talk is making me really thirsty. I'm gonna need a drink.
Well,
All right, you're gonna have to get me a drink
I'll
after.
get you a drink, no problem.
Okay.
Alrighty. You're talking about avoiding soda. According to a July Gallup poll, 63% of Americans are currently avoiding soda.
I'm in that 63%. I don't drink it at all.
You don't? Okay.
I don't even take a little chug or a sip.
No?
Never.
See, I do take a sip.
I know you do, but I don't because I know that it's so bad for me.
Yeah, see, I have an addiction to soda, even though I know that it's damaging.
I have other addictions that are damaging, but definitely not soda.
Well, soda builds up fat around your organs.
I can do that all on my own with something completely different. I don't need soda to help me with that.
Well, the Danish researchers conducted a study that, the effects of soda by asking participants to either drink sweetened soda or milk containing the same amount of calories as diet soda. Or water.
Okay.
And every day for 6 months. And the total fat mass remained the same across the beverage drink group.
Really?
But the drinkers of regular soda saw a drastic increase in the harmful hidden fats like liver and skeletal fat.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it
So
went
you
up.
can actually have a drink that has sugar in it, but it's because or a drink that has the same number of calories per se, but it breaks down in your system differently.
Yes, it has to do with the glycemic index
yeah.
of the sugar that's in the drink. And the fat that went around your liver, it increased like from 150 to 200%.
Well, that's like eating a candy bar as opposed, an unhealthy, let's just say, an unhealthy candy bar as a snack, or eating the same number of calories that you would have in the candy bar in fruit. The fruit's going to digest beautifully in your system. Now, there's a lot of sugar possibly in that fruit, but it's going to digest differently and better for you, and you're going to have more energy and not feel sluggish. It's the same, I guess, drinking the milk and drinking the soda. You're not going to feel, a lot of milk like that, I'd vomit, but but I'm just saying your body would definitely function differently based on, soda or milk.
What about diet soda? What do you think about that?
Well, my feeling about diet soda. I know that it's bad. It's probably even worse than having the sugar. It does terrible things to you, but there is just nothing like having a ice cold, crisp Diet Coke. And I say that with everything that I am. I love it, but I don't drink it, but I like it.
Well, you'd think it'd be better having the diet soda.
But it's not.
But it is not.
The
That's
chemical
right.
breakdown is really bad for you. I know.
These things, diet sodas, they contain their own side effects.
The chemicals.
Yeah,
Bad.
yeah. And this was a shocking study by the researchers of the Texas Health Center.
The Coke company is going to call us.
Yeah, I
They're
know.
going to be a little pissed off.
If we see the black SUVs following us, we know it's them. Well, anyway,
funny.
this Texas Health Center, found that participants who drank diet soda saw a 70% increase in the size of their waist compared to those who didn't drink any soda at all.
And there you have it. And that's why I don't drink it.
Diet soda makes you fat.
It's bad. You've been telling me that for years, but I don't drink it. You know that I don't drink it. I'd be getting dirty looks if I drank it. What are you doing? What are you doing, Elise? Huh? What? You drinking the soda? Remember when I was eating corn chips and you said from across the room? 11. Making sure I was eating the serving size of those particular
That's
corn
right.
chips. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It was like devastating to see that too. It was like, hello.
They also, getting back to this Texas thing here, they also did a study on participants who drank more than 2 diet sodas a day. And they had a 500% waist expansion.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. The diet sodas made them bigger
I'm
and rounder.
sorry. I have to wear leggings always because I can't fit into my jeans because I'm drinking diet soda.
Yeah. And, and I tell the girls at the salon that diet soda is not good for you. Diet soda
I know
makes
you do.
fat.
You're always
They
saying,
don't
diet
listen.
soda makes you fat. Diet
Yeah.
soda makes you fat. All the time he says it.
It's the aspartame in it. It raises the blood glucose levels to a point where the liver can't handle it. So all that excess is converted into fat.
Wow. Well, there you have it. Trend Radio does not endorse soda, diet soda, or anything that's bubbly with sugar. Okay? So stick with your
Unless
seltzer.
it has alcohol in it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess we can add a little Sprite to our vodka if we wanted to. But, then, you see, that's not good. Then we're not being fair. We'll go with a lemon twist and some cranberry lime seltzer. How's that?
Sounds good.
Okay, then.
But did you know? I'm not done here, girl.
Ay, ay, ay. All right. What else? Did I know what else?
Well, that there are sodas, they contain toxic flame retardants.
I did not know that, but I do
Yes.
know that if you throw a can of soda on your car, you're going to take off the paint.
That's right.
Yeah, so I know that.
Europe and Japan have banned these toxic flame retardant brominated vegetable oil. It's called BVO.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, they're
know-
put in carbonated beverages.
I wonder if I can take nail polish off with soda. If it takes paint off of a car, why wouldn't it take nail polish off?
No, let's give it a try.
I'm going to soak some nails in soda.
Yeah. By the way, this toxic flame retardant, the BVOs, they put that in the soda so that it stays bubbly. It keeps the
Oh my
fizz.
gosh. So you're drinking that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
If they didn't have this poison that they put in
Oh.
the soda, the flavoring would float to the top of the drink.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
Oh, that's awful. That's awful to know. Where do it's amazing. The man is like a plethora of information. He just finds his stuff.
I can't believe I have no idea where I find this stuff, but I find it interesting, and I hope our readers do, and listeners also.
Our readers,
Yeah,
our
from-
listeners, our people, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
And as of this past May, Coke and Pepsi both announced that they were working on removing the BVOs from their products. Now they
Now,
haven't yet. They're
how
working
are they
on it.
going to do that and still keep it bubbly and flavorful? That is the question.
I do not know,
Wow.
but we'll find out.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to tell me about that deodorant?
Yeah, I will. But I'd like to end this segment on
On a bubbly note?
instead
On a
of
bubbly note.
instead of soda, this is what I'd like to do, and I'd like to do more of it. Okay, this is like an easy way to swap out your soda. What you do is you try mixing a splash of 100% juice with some seltzer or sparkling water.
I agree with that. And that's actually what my kids grew up on.
Did they?
Hello. Of course. I gave them half seltzer, half orange juice, or half seltzer, half grape juice, and they had their own soda.
Oh, so they still get the sweet, they still get the bubbles,
And they still have the flavor, and they think they're drinking soda.
and none of those poison additives.
Of course.
Alrighty. So we're going to take a short break because I have certainly been talking long enough. We're going to hear a word from our sponsor, and then we're going to talk about a couple of things that you may not know about your deodorant.
I'm curious about
I got to
that.
give my jaw a rest right now.
Need a salon that's about the whole you? Precision haircuts, flawless makeup, impeccable nails, top-rated professional hair products. Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a hairstylist who has his finger on the pulse of all the latest trends? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a dependable salon with over 35 years in the industry? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for New York City and internationally trained stylists that will create the perfect look for you? Anthony Vincent Salon. Shine brightly while walking down the aisle. Anthony Vincent Salon. For longer, thicker, beautiful hair extensions, Anthony Vincent Salon. Incredible makeup applications for weddings, proms, or any special occasions. Anthony Vincent Salon. Have dry, brittle summer hair? Get a hot shot. Anthony Vincent Salon. Before you put a ring on it, manicure it. Anthony Vincent Salon. Your image is their specialty. For the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Anthony Vincent Salon. For a more beautiful you, call now 609-448-2212 and follow them on Twitter.
And now for the fun facts on finance
From a feminine point of view, our very own Dina Cobran.
of DC Alexander Wealth Management.
Good morning, Dina.
Good morning, Dina. How are you today?
I am fabulous.
Great. I have a question. Should a 22-year-old person invest in maybe the same way that a 42-year-old person like myself may invest? What?
Nothing.
Possibly, but not always. And I'll explain that. So a 22-year-old obviously has a lot of years depending on their specific goals and needs, right? When we think about retirement, obviously they have a lot more time than a 42-year-old person does. So a 42-year-old person, if they haven't been investing up until that age, they've got a lot of makeup time, right?
Okay.
So they might invest it, fairly aggressively, should we say, maybe a lot more stocks than they would have if they started at 22. Because if they started at 22, they'd have accumulated so much more for that long-term goal already.
Now, at 22, can they be more aggressive in their with their savings as opposed to, and when I say aggressive, I mean any stocks or bonds that are
Right.
more.
I understand what you're saying. So it depends on what the need is. Do you understand? It depends on what they are saving for and what they're investing for.
And what their goals are.
Oh, right, exactly. If they're saving for long term, the 10 plus years, then they can put that money away. But if they're saving for short term, 1 to 5 years, or for the house or for a car or, a marriage or anything like that, that might be shorter term. Okay, so they have to look at still various types of investments, not just one type. I always need to look at the person's individual needs and objectives and ask them individual questions that are appropriate for them. And then we can determine the types of investments that they invest in.
So everything is basically very individual.
Absolutely. And that's really hard for me because I know people tend to ask very general questions. And it's not general, this business. It's very, very specific. Should be tailored anyway to their needs.
So your business also, Mom's Money Matters.
Yes.
That would also, you take a single mom, for instance, she would invest very differently than a woman that is married.
For sure. Absolutely. A woman who is married will invest her money, say, like fun money. Okay. She's on a Monopoly board. She has her husband also contributing to other things, hopefully. And so they're working toward a common goal. When you're a single person, a single mom, as an example, you really are usually much more conservative because you're looking at your children and you're trying to figure out how to save for their college, for their future, and also your own at the same time. It's
and
very
still
tricky.
Pay your bills.
Right, exactly. And still pay your bills. So it's very, very tricky. It's a balancing act. And that's where they really need a good financial advisor to come in because they can help them a lot.
As a financial advisor, can you take a look at the way someone is spending and point out to them maybe the foolish spending?
Absolutely.
How many people ask you to do that for them?
Very few.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's a shame. I try to actually pry a little bit into that information because how you're going to save is going to be determining on how you're spending. So if you're not a good saver, you're probably spending too much and your habits are probably not good. So I try to create them at least get them interested in saving better and giving them some guidance and saying, why don't we look at your budget? And I hate the word budget, but look at trying to create a saving plan instead of a spending plan.
You gave us great copies of a budget.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been working on mine.
Well, that's good. And
trying to figure everything out. And it's very informative.
Right. It takes time, but when you do it, you really feel good about it.
Absolutely. And this way you get everything, clear.
Right.
The next time that you and I get together, I would like to work with you on my budget. I had a little more difficulty than than Elise had because I'm a guy.
Right.
So I would like to make arrangements
I'm not completely done. I'm just saying I'm working on it.
Well, it's a process, right? It's a process. And Anthony, we will definitely work on that.
Fabulous. And if any listeners out there would like to get together with us at the salon, you can come and we'll all work on our budgets together.
And cut your hair and do your nails at the same time.
We'll have some wine too. We'll make it fun.
We'll make it a lot of fun. So email us
Fun with
now.
finance.
Yes.
Email me at dc-alexander.com. You'll be glad you did.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Next Financial Group Incorporated, member FINRA/SIPC. DC Alexander Wealth Management is not an affiliate of Next Financial Group Incorporated. 2346 Route 33, Suite 307, Robbinsville, New Jersey 08691. Phone number 609-945-7330.
I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got static? Does your hair fly away? Prioritize and winterize. Spritz your hairbrush, comb through, and now you're ionized. Say hello to beautiful.
Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212. You'll be glad you did.
Seduction.
Now we're talking my language.
Yes. Okay. You want to know how to seduce her with fire?
I know how to do it.
Okay. Well, sexual attraction is really primitive. Okay. It's like, caveman challenges. That's really hot for women.
I know.
Swimming, moving in water, mountain climbing, very alluring.
Moving rocks.
Things like that. Yeah. It's almost like they said,
Macho.
primitive.
Yeah, it's macho.
Yeah. It's very macho and it's hot as hell. But, modern risk taking these days, like riding a motorcycle without a helmet,
Oh, that's stupid.
not hot at all. A new study at the University of Alaska finds that primal physical danger lets you flaunt your evolutionary fitness, but 21st century risks only advertise poor character, lack of good judgment, and that sort of thing. So, go for the kayaking and the deep sea diving. Women find that sexy. Rock climbing, like I said, I think that's hot as hell. Just not, being stupid. Yeah, you nodding?
I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got dry and brittle? Squeeze a little protein pomade into that parched mane. Say hello to beautiful.
Want your beauty question answered on the air? Email us now from anthonyvincentsalon.com. Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212. You'll be glad you did.
I'm about to turn 40. And,
I love that.
and as you get a little older, guys have different issues. But I haven't experienced this yet, but I hear about it from a lot of our older clients, and that if you've been hitting the bathroom at night, like you get up in the middle of the night because you gotta go, you gotta go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Try hitting the gym. During the day, because active men have a lower risk of nocturia. Nocturia is the urge to urinate many times a night.
Oh, yeah, that could really be very disruptive.
Yeah, yes, it could. Sleep disruptive.
Yeah.
And they have, minerals and berries and stuff for that. But a study in medicine and science in sports and exercise found that men who worked out are 13% less likely to suffer from nocturia than those who do no physical activity at all.
Well, no nocturia for you, right?
I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got lips? Want that perfect pout? Find the hue that's right for you. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Shape, stain, and shimmer. Same shade, Say hello to beautiful.
Email us now from AnthonyVincentSalon.com. Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212.
You'll be glad you did. Well, do you use deodorant?
I do.
I don't.
I know.
What do you mean, you know? Can you tell from sitting next to me here?
No. That's not why I was saying I know.
Okay.
You've told me that you don't.
I have.
You have.
Boy, I share an awful lot with you.
Yeah, well, actually, sometimes I just hear what's going on in your brain. I can't help myself.
Well, I'm going to tell you, every morning I wake up and I go through all the steps of my hygiene routine, you know, wash face, brush teeth,
Oh, thank God.
dry ears, trim nose hairs, you know, I got a whole thing.
You know, there's a little bit of TMI going on here.
Well, by this time, if you're listening to our show, I'm sure you've heard more than you need to know about face wash, toothpaste, and douches. But what about deodorant?
Well, we actually, I don't think, have discussed deodorant, but I'm sure that we're going to right now.
We are.
So do share. Do share.
Do share?
Do share.
Well, deodorant kills bacteria.
Yes, it does.
Yes. Do you know that sweat is odorless?
You know, I've heard that, but I beg to differ because I have smelled some people sweating and it was not odorless. Let's just put it that way.
Well, it's not the sweat you're smelling.
What is it?
The odor comes from bacteria.
Okay.
And deodorant does contain antibacterial ingredients to prevent odor.
Okay. So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, you make the decision there. I'm not telling you whether
Is something wrong with deodorant?
Well, there's been a lot of things said about deodorants, which I'm gonna hit on, but
You're gonna hit on it?
I'm gonna hit on it.
Okay.
But deodorant doesn't completely stop your sweating.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sweating right now.
Did you
even
ever?
though it's getting very hot in here.
Oh well. That's because I turned the heat up. I was freezing this morning when we got in the station here. But when your deodorant is labeled all-day protection, do you know it's only required by the FDA to reduce sweat by 20%?
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's it. And if the extra strength deodorants, they cut down on sweat by 30%.
You know what's interesting? There have been times that I've forgotten to use it. And it's not a big deal because, I don't find myself getting extra sweaty unless, of course, I go to the gym or whatever. But I don't feel like I smell, though. Nobody's ever looked at me funny or said anything.
Well, that's because you'd kick them right in the teeth if they did.
But do I smell?
No. Like a peach. Like a peach, I tell you. So some of the things that you should do if you're finding you're still sweating and you do have a little bit odor. So if you're using the same kind of deodorant over and over again.
Switch.
Yeah, you become immune to it just like other things,
So switch.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, man deodorant, female deodorant.
Same thing, right?
No, deodorant is unisex.
Yes.
The only difference between the two.
Scent, right?
Yeah, the scent and the packaging.
Uh-huh.
One will be in a pink bottle, the other one be in a blue bottle.
Yeah, so when you guys are out there using your lady's secret, it's fine. Your Powder Fresh secret, it's okay.
And this is really funny. Those yellow stains in your T-shirts or your shirts, do you know they are a mystery?
Mystery stains, huh?
Yes, believe it or not, including the deodorant makers, they're not exactly sure where those yellow underarm stains come from on your shirt.
I don't have any yellow stains on my shirt.
Oh, well. The main theory is that the aluminum-based ingredients in the antiperspirants, they react with your sweat or your skin.
Oh, so maybe it's a chemical thing.
Yeah, it's always a chemical thing.
Oh.
So if you don't want those yellow stains, try a deodorant that is not aluminum-based. And by the way, those aluminum-based deodorants are said to perhaps bring on the threat of Alzheimer.
Oh,
And Elise, just like us, not everyone needs deodorant.
we just smell like a peach.
Yes. And hand sanitizers can act as a deodorant stunt double. It's
Nice.
the alcohol that is found in the hand sanitizers that kills the bacteria under your arms that cause the
Well,
odors.
since I forgot to put it on this morning, at least I have that in my pocketbook.
You could even splash a little alcohol or peroxide in under your arms, and that
and
kills
just
the
go
bacteria.
for the day. Wow.
So you see, you learn from our show.
Always.
And you have been listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Learn and laugh with us anytime, any place. Go right to our website, AnthonyVincentSalon.com. Click away and listen today.
And if you have a topic of interest that you want us to talk about, or you'd like to be a guest on our show, email us now at trendradio920@gmail.com. You'll be glad you did.
I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
We'll talk to you next week.
Bye for now.